When it comes to Thanksgiving, my favorite dish is not the turkey. It is the sides. So here are 3 Brussels sprout recipes that you need on your Thanksgiving table. Okay, we are starting with my favorite of the 3 recipes, the shaved Brussels sprout with bacon vinaigrette. 100% gonna be on my Thanksgiving table. But for the bacon, we're actually gonna cook it in the oven. It's more even cooking, and also you don't have to watch it. So like, think smarter, not harder. So we're gonna take a package of bacon and we're going to lay it out on a parchment lined sheet tray. Now I put down foil too, just because I want an easy cleanup. And you wanna do 1 even layer. And then we're gonna pop in the oven at 400 for about 10 minutes, see how it's looking, and then probably pop it in for another 10 minutes. Okay, the bacon is done, so we are going to drain off the fat, save that for the dressing, and then we're gonna crumple these up for the toppings. So while the bacon is in the oven, we are gonna do the prep for the salad, which it's not that much. We are just going to thinly mandolin about 20 ounces of Brussels sprouts. Yes, we are using the dreaded mandolin. Please, please, please be careful. We don't want to be going to the hospital on Thanksgiving Day. Dice an apple of choice. I'm doing a pink lady. I think it's sweet, it's delicious. I also love a honey crisp. And then we are gonna get ready to do the vinaigrette. So the shallot and garlic is the only prep we need to do there. Now for the dressing, we are going to use the minced shallot. We're gonna squeeze 1 lemon juiced, about 3 to 5 cloves of minced garlic, Dijon mustard, Grey Poupon, of course, if you want the best flavor, and then about a tablespoon of maple syrup. Then once that's blended, we are going to blend in the bacon fat. Make sure it is warm, because if it is cold, it's gonna be solid and you can't blend that in. And now we just combine everything. So we have our Brussels sprouts, apple, cranberries, pecans, and of course the delicious bacon. Now for the dressing. And I like to really get in here with my hands. If you were dressing a salad with just like wooden spoons, it's not good enough. You gotta massage it in. Massage it in. Now into the balsamic roasted Brussels sprout recipe. All you're gonna need: Brussels sprouts, about a 1/2 cup to 1 cup of pomegranate seeds. We're gonna top it with this. Paprika, garlic powder, salt, pepper, fat to cook it in, and then of course a nice aged balsamic. First things first, prep the Brussels sprouts, cut off the top part, and then halve them or quarter them. As long as they're all roughly the same size, we're good to go. Then we're gonna throw them on the bowl, toss them in the fat, and then top with an even layer of salt, pepper, garlic powder, and smoked paprika. Make sure you have a big baking sheet because you want them to have air around them. If they're all cramped and touching, then they're gonna steam instead of get crispy. So make sure to put them on a large tray with parchment paper. Make sure they're in 1 even layer, and then we're gonna pop in the oven at 400 degrees, bottom shelf for crispiness, for about 20 minutes. Take a look at them, see if they're crispy enough, and if not, pop them back in for another 10 minutes. So it took about 30 minutes to get them beautifully nice and crispy. In the last 10 minutes, I drizzled the balsamic and then popped them back in. You don't want to add the balsamic right in the beginning because it's higher in sugar, it will burn. So I find the sweet spots around 10 minutes. Now we are gonna add these to a bowl, mix with the pomegranate seeds, a little bit more balsamic, and they're the best side dish. And that is how you make a delicious, crispy balsamic and pomegranate seed Brussels sprout. For the third and final recipe, we are making smashed Brussels sprouts, which we are gonna take whole Brussels sprouts, which the ends are cut off. I peel out some of the outer layers that look a little dirty too. And then we're gonna throw them in a double boiler and steam them until they're cooked through. Now the final step of the smashed Brussels sprouts, we are going to coat in olive oil, shredded Parmesan cheese, about 1/3 of a cup, but you know, measure Parmesan with your heart. Salt, and then spread out on a sheet tray. Make sure there's enough room, kind of like the last recipe we did, and then roast at 400 for 20 minutes. We'll check to see if they're crispy enough and then pop them back in for another 10 minutes if you need more time. And that is how you make a Parmesan smashed Brussels sprout. Trust me, any of these 3 recipes are going to be fantastic on a Thanksgiving table and everyone's gonna love them. You can check out the recipes in the caption and make sure to hit that follow and like for more recipes like this.